I didn't throw the ring in her face immediately. That would have been impulsive. No, I let the anger simmer, slow cooking in my chest until it became something much stronger. Resolve. It all started with the text messages. Little things at first. Too many emojis from a colleague named Derek, late-night chats labeled work emergencies, and a growing distance between us that felt thicker than the concrete walls of our house. I ignored it, trusted her. After all, we'd been married for 7 years. 7 years of laughing at dumb inside jokes, Sunday pancakes, and walking the dog together in the evenings. What kind of fool would question all that over a few text messages? Turns out, the kind of fool who had to watch his wife pack lingerie for a business trip. I saw it as she zipped up her suitcase. Lacy black things she hadn't worn in months. Not for me anyway. My heart sank, but I didn't say a word. I wanted to. God, I wanted to. But something held me back. Maybe I wasn't ready to hear her lies just yet. Maybe I wanted more evidence, or maybe I wanted revenge. She left that morning, kissing me on the cheek like I was a goddamn golden retriever. "I'll be back in 3 days, sweetheart," she said, with a voice so syrupy it made my stomach turn. I stood there, the taste of betrayal lingering in my mouth, and watched her drive off. The moment she disappeared down the road, I sprang into action. Step 1, verify the cheating. I wasn't going to burn my life down over suspicions. I dug into her laptop, where she'd foolishly saved her email password in the browser. The moment I opened her inbox, my heart pounded like a war drum. There it was, a hotel confirmation, booked for 2 people, room service for 2. "Looking forward to this weekend, babe." In an email from Derek, who I now hated more than taxes. My stomach churned. My hand gripped the mouse so hard I thought it might snap, but instead of crying or screaming, I smiled. It wasn't a happy smile. It was the grin of a man who knew the game wasn't over. Not yet. Step 2. Preparation. I called in sick to work, spent the next 2 days making phone calls, drafting emails, and putting together a plan so airtight it could suffocate a whale. This wasn't just about catching her red-handed. It was about reclaiming my dignity. I wasn't going to let her waltz back into my life with a fake apology and a bottle of cheap wine. By the time she returned, I was ready. It started as soon as she walked through the door, suitcase in hand, smelling like hotel shampoo and deceit. She smiled at me, the kind of smile that says, "I'm a little guilty, but you'll never catch me." "Hey, sweetheart," she said, leaning in for a kiss. I stepped back, holding up a hand. "We need to talk." Her face froze, but only for a second. She was good at covering her tracks, or so she thought. "What's wrong?" she asked. I didn't answer. Instead, I held up her phone, which I'd retrieved from her nightstand before she got home. Open on the screen was an email from Derek. I watched her face turn white, her lips moving soundlessly, like a fish gasping for air. "You want to explain this?" I asked, my voice ice cold. It's not what it looks like," she stammered. "Oh, it's not? So you weren't at the Grand Mariner Hotel with Derek?" Her silence was deafening. That's when I took off my ring and threw it. Not at her face, no, that would have been too easy. I threw it on the floor, where it bounced and rolled, coming to rest at her feet, like a final punctuation mark. "Get out," I said. My voice was steady, but inside I was a storm. She begged. She cried. She tried every trick in the book, from blaming me. "You've been so distant lately," to outright denial. But I didn't waver. I had the receipts, literally, and I wasn't going to let her gaslight me into thinking I was the bad guy. When she finally left, sobbing and clutching her suitcase, I felt a strange sense of relief. But I wasn't done yet, not by a long shot. Step 3, the fallout. First, I sent Derek's wife, yes, he had a wife, an anonymous email with all the juicy details, attachments included, hotel receipts, screenshots of their emails, and even a photo of them together that I'd pulled from her phone. I figured she deserved to know what kind of man she was married to. Next, I made sure the news reached her parents. They'd always thought she was perfect, the golden child who could do no wrong. Well, let's see how perfect they think she is after they find out she's been cheating on her loyal husband with some loser from accounting. But the piece de resistance, that was the video. See, I'd installed cameras in the house weeks ago, not to spy on her, but for security, at least that's what I told myself. Turns out, they captured a lot more than just the dog barking at squirrels. I compiled the best clips into a short video. Her sneaking off to the bathroom to text Derek, packing her suitcase with lingerie, and even whispering, "I love you," to him on the phone while I was asleep. I posted it online, not to Facebook where our mutual friends might see it, but to a private forum where cheaters get exposed. Within hours, it went viral. Thousands of people saw it, commented on it, shared their outrage. Some even reached out to me, offering words of support and encouragement. For the first time in weeks, I felt like I wasn't alone. By the end of it all, she had lost everything. Her reputation, her job. Derek's wife worked in HR and wasn't thrilled about the affair. And most importantly, me. I wasn't just a man scorned. I was a man reborn. As for me, I didn't just move on. I thrived. I sold the house, quit my job, and took a solo trip to Europe, where I spent my days sipping wine and exploring cobblestone streets. I even met someone new, someone who reminded me what love was supposed to feel like. And as I stood there one evening, watching the sunset over the Amalfi Coast, I smiled again. This time it was real.